The Secretary of Defense at the time, Leon Panetta, talked about the danger of a cyber Pearl Harbor. Only a week ago, Admiral Mike Rogers, who is the director of the NSA, told a Wall Street Journal conference that it was inevitable, his word, inevitable, that a cyber attack on our infrastructure would take place. Nobody's paying any attention.
Some of the computer systems serving the country's most important utilities have been penetrated by hackers using a malicious software called Black Energy. It was planted years ago, but has not been activated and only recently discovered. What's at risk? Power plants, the electric grid, water treatment facilities, natural gas pipelines. In theory, this software could allow a hacker to use the internet to shut down a generator, flood a water treatment plant, or turn off a pipeline. If you think this is science fiction, take a look at this. In this test, Homeland Security researchers used a hacking attack to make this generator self-destruct. David, if it was turned loose on our industries, it could cause chaos, affecting thousands. Sources possibly connected to the Russian government are the prime suspects.
In his book, Lights Out, veteran journalist Ted Koppel paints a grim picture of a paralyzing power outage in the form of an all-out cyber attack on the nation's electrical grid.
Who are the potential perpetrators here? Who do we have to fear the most? Is it Russia, China, Iran, terrorists, individual actors?
All those. The interesting thing, Chip, is the ones who are most capable are the ones least likely to do it.
There are some experts who say they're already in.
Oh, they are in.
They are in.
There is no question about it.
They're into our grid.
They are already in the grid. I was told that by the former chief scientist of NSA. He stated categorically the Russians are in, the Chinese are in. The Iranians may be on the verge of getting in. And then at the bottom of the capability scale are folks like ISIS, terrorist groups.
The power grid is the system interconnecting North America's supply of electricity. If one area has particularly heavy demand, power from another region can sometimes serve as backup. The downside to all this? If a hacker manages to take down an entire grid, a huge portion of the country, along with parts of Canada, could go down. The primary reason? Like so much else these days, the grid relies heavily on the internet.
Let me finally read this. This is the opening of chapter 1. Darkness, extended periods of darkness, longer and more profound than anyone now living in one of America's great cities has ever known. As power shuts down, there's darkness and the sudden loss of electrical conveniences. As batteries lose power, there is the more gradual failure of cell phones, portable radios, and flashlights. Emergency generators provide pockets of light and power, but there is little running water anywhere. In cities with water towers on the roofs of high-rise buildings, gravity keeps the flow going for 2, perhaps 3 days. When this runs out, taps go dry. Toilets no longer flush. Emergency supplies of bottled water are too scarce to use for anything but drinking, and there is nowhere to replenish supply. Disposal of human waste becomes a critical issue within days. That's the danger Lights Out is about.